much for joining me on this training today. I am so excited to have the opportunity to spend some time with you all and share some tips that I've learned along the way of my Rodan and Fields journey. This training is going to focus on invitation, building your list, and following up in the Rodan and Fields business. So some fun things. There's going to be a lot of meat in this training. So I hope you're ready. Just to get started, I do want to just share a little bit about my Rodan and Fields journey. I have been part of this company for 3 years. This March I will celebrate what we call a Rodan-iversary, so that's very exciting. I started Rodan and Fields. I had seen my high school counselor actually sharing about these skincare products on her Facebook page, and I simply just reached out to her and said, I need some skincare. You know, I was 24, not getting any younger. I really didn't have any major skincare concerns, but I knew it was time I should start doing something to take care of my skin. So a phone call later and an event later, long story short, I joined the business without putting a single product on my face. Now let me tell you, I was super skeptical. My husband was super skeptical, but after we did our research and just looked into the opportunity, we knew that it was something I could not miss out on. The doctors have previously built a legacy brand here with Proactive, so I knew that the doctors would not put their name on anything that wasn't going to be a big deal. So I can say that I am proud to be part of Rodan and Fields for 3 years. So anyways, my husband and I, we were actually high school sweethearts. We got married in September 2012. We grew up in the same town. We went to college in the same small town. So just a small town girl, absolutely nothing special about me. I just jumped in on this opportunity and ran with it. So anyways, we have 2 fur babies, Samson and Pearl. We love them. We plan to grow our family in the near future. So this business has just been such a huge blessing for me, an unexpected blessing. I never, in my wildest dreams, thought I would sell skincare for a living. So yes, it has taken me out of my comfort zone, but I will say that I do not regret 1 second of that. I went to college to be a teacher. So I started Rodan and Fields in my final year of college. I was in my student teaching semester, very busy, worked my business in super part-time hours, steady but not anything fast-paced, just when I could fit it in to my crazy busy schedule. So got started in college, and I'm just very thankful that I did, because what this business has allowed me to do. Anyways, that's enough about me. This is for you Australians. And let me just say that Australia is on my bucket list. I have always dreamed of coming to Australia, so I hope that this Rodan and Fields launching in your country gives me this opportunity. So let's get started with let's start with invitation. Sorry. And yes, I get nervous. This business has definitely taken me out of my comfort zone. So just having the opportunity to share with people from another country, it makes me nervous, but that's what this business is about, getting out of your comfort zone. So if I pause or seem like I'm forgetting what I'm talking about, I'll get my stuff back together and we will focus. So invitation. This business is about mindset. Like I mentioned earlier, when I started this business, I got off to a slow start, what we would call a slow start. You will hear that people are fast starters, that they go straight to the top. Well, I was just that slow and steady. And that was a-okay. But I knew that I would never, ever quit. Quitting was not an option. I knew what this business would allow for me and my family if I just kept maintaining and just doing the simple daily activities. So never in my never in my mindset did I think that quitting was an option. Like I mentioned earlier, just an average person from a small town, nothing special about me. I just saw an opportunity and I ran with it. So, you know, so when we start to teach you skills about like building your organization and growing, just remember that this is your own journey. This is a 3 to 5 year business model. Success doesn't happen overnight, and you're not gonna make millions of dollars in a year. I mean, maybe you will, that would be amazing, but just remember that 3 to 5 year business model. So with invitation, it's important to have a positive mindset. That's going to make this business so much easier if you just have the positive mindset. You need to be able to believe in this brand. You need to be able to believe that these products can change people's skin, and you need to believe that this business can change people's lives. So ask yourself that. And you know, you may not start off with that strong of a belief, but you need to have that mindset that this business can be an avenue and a vehicle for change for people. And these products can bring people confidence and truly change their lives. So it's going to take you out of your comfort zone. So when you're inviting, you need to make sure that you are confident and that you lead with excitement. And just the invitation and inviting. What am I talking about when I talk about inviting? You're going to be inviting people to coffee or to wine night and telling them what you're doing, because this is new in Australia and it's so very exciting, but they need to know what you're doing. So, you know, you'll be inviting to events. You are going to have your very own Australia events in your area. I know here locally, I drive about an hour to an event in a town near me, and we meet at a sushi restaurant and we share about the business opportunity and about the products, and we invite guests. You're going to be inviting people to be your friend on social media. You know, this helps you learn more about your prospect and helps your prospect learn more about you. So just remember that you're going to be using social media as a tool for invitation. Make sure that in your conversations, your everyday conversations at the grocery store, in the school pickup line, when you go pick up your kids at school, that you're starting conversations to build people's interest into this brand, into this business, and always like end with the invitation that to get them to learn more about this business. You know, when you do reach out on Facebook, you're not only inviting to an event or you're inviting to I guess I'm trying to say, learn more about them to build a relationship. You may have to reconnect with someone or catch up with them. This business is so much about relationships that, you know, you don't want to just jump in to say, hey, come to this event, or hey, come have coffee with me and hear what I'm doing with Rodan and Fields. Build the relationship back. Ask how they're doing. Just catch up with them first. And then another thing too is just be personable in your invitation. You don't want to just come across, we call it the RF vomit. And I did that so much in the beginning where I just got so excited and wanted to reach out to everyone, and I would send them just this huge page of all this information I had about Rodan and Fields, and that's a no-no. RF vomit, don't do that. Be yourself. You know, lead with excitement, enthusiasm sells. People are buying from you and they're joining you in the business. So just make sure to always be your authentic self. I just think that is so very important. And also with the invitation, make it about them. You know, you create interest. Ask them what their needs or wants are in life. Ask them about their skincare needs. Make it all about them. And just remember that mindset is so important, and that it's so important to just end your conversations with an invitation. No matter where you're at or what you're doing, less is more, and just be your authentic self. People are going to join you, not because of what you say, not the right things, but because they've built a relationship with you and because they trust you. We can move on to building your list. And this is the fun part for me. For some reason, I've always been a list maker. There's something so rewarding to me about just checking off a list. And the good thing about this business is that everyone has skin. So who's going to be on your list? Everyone you know with skin. I know that I like to personally start out with what I call a dirt list. And you're probably like, what in the world? Yes, a dirt list. This is people that love you, support you, believe anything, believe in you in anything you're doing. This is people that would literally buy dirt from you. So I like to start out with that list because that's the people that I think are going to say yes to the products or yes to the business first. Now, I do want to say that your friends and family are not going to be the first people that support you in this business. So don't let that discourage you. It happens to all of us. We get started and we're like, okay, I'm going to tell my friend she's going to join me, or I'm going to call my mom or my aunt and they're going to be the first to buy products from me. That's great if that happens, but a lot of us have learned that it takes them seeing our excitement about the business, our excitement about the products, and our consistency. And so what do I mean by consistency? That means if you're sharing on Facebook, be consistent. Just whatever you do with your reach outs, with your follow-ups, building everything you do in this business, just be consistent. People will eventually come along. So your list, that can include, your list can be anybody that you know with skin. So I like to say start out with a minimum of 200 people on your list. Rodan & Fields provides us with a memory jogger list, and you all, this has people, I mean, everything down to your plumber. You reach out to anyone with skin. So this list will include college friends, high school friends. Get out that old yearbook. Get out your wedding list that you created and reach out to those people. Reach out to people that you've sent holiday cards to. Reach out to people in clubs and organizations you're involved in. There's just so many different opportunities and people to reach out to. And another thing that I always like to tell people is not to prejudge. Don't think that, oh, they don't need products, or these products are too expensive for them, or they're too good for these products. There is no certain mold for this business or for these products. So I'm telling you, reach out to everyone that you know. And just because you are reaching out doesn't mean that they're always going to respond. So we'll talk about that here in a little bit when we get to follow-ups. But as far as your list, I want you to fall in love with making lists, because 3 years into this business, I'm still making a list every month. I'm making lists sometimes every day of people that I'm going to reach out to, people I need to follow up with. And like I said earlier, it's just so rewarding checking that off your list. You just feel like you've accomplished so much from just reaching out. And you know, sometimes you're thinking, oh my gosh, who else can I possibly reach out to? I reached out to everyone I know. No, there's always more people. 3 years in, and I find more people. Like I said, I live in a small town. I'm in East Tennessee, which is southern United States. I live in a town where there's like a few red lights, and I don't know what that means to you all, but it's just so tiny, and you think, who else could I possibly reach out to? But I utilize social media to meet new people. I get out and meet new people. I go to different workout classes to make connections. You can ask your friends and family for referrals, and even, ask current customers that you have if they know of anybody that these products could benefit, or anybody that this business opportunity would be a good fit for. So just always remember that you're just going to be building lists, and relationships build your list, and that leads us to following up, which is so very important. And I am going to read from my notes for this because they're statistics and I don't have those remembered. So we do like to say the fortune is in the follow-up. So with the statistics, 40% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. That's crazy. 25% of people make a second contact and then they stop. Only 10% of people make a third contact and then they stop. And I love this, 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. And I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, okay, like I'm gonna reach out to somebody 5 or 12 times? Yes, you are. You're gonna do it. I did it, we all do it. And there is some strategy and some language that you will learn along the way that your leader will help you with on following up. But the fortune is in the follow-up. I cannot stress this enough. I have had people that I've been working on for 2 years to join me in the business, and they didn't respond, or they didn't, they never answered, or they would answer and then go MIA, or they just weren't interested. I followed back up, and eventually, like I just had a girl this month join me in the business that I've worked on for 2 years, and she just kind of ignored me, supported me buying products. Sorry, my phone is dying. Okay, I'll hurry. I just want to give you all the information I can. So fortune is in the follow-up. And when you follow up, you're probably thinking, when do I follow up? How many times do I follow up? This goes back, I believe, to a relationship, how well you know this person, what type of person this is, how comfortable you feel in your conversation with them. So I think it's going to vary. But I will say that if somebody does not respond to me after a week or two, I reach back out to them and say, hey, I realize that may have not been a good time for you. I know schools were closed and you had to be home with your kids for the sickness. And I just say, you know what, I would love to hear back from you. Is there a good time to chat? And I think it's such a great idea to end with a question. A question's gonna motivate a response where people feel like they do need to respond to you. So even if it's not a yes, I just think that it's great to at least work on getting them to respond. So fortune is in the follow-up. One of the biggest fears in this business, I still have this fear and I have to overcome it every single day. Am I bothering people or am I annoying people? And you all, if you truly believe that this business is a gift and that it's a vehicle for change, this fear will go away. Now, you may have to tame the fear or fight it every day. I'm not saying it just disappears, but once you see what this business opportunity does for you and your family, you realize that you will share it with anyone. So mindset, believe in the brand, believe in the opportunity, believe in the products. You're not bothering people. You're offering them a gift. So believe that, okay? Thank you all so much for taking the time to tune into my training, and I didn't mean for it to be this long. I just feel very fortunate that I had the opportunity to spend some time with you all, and I hope that what I did share makes sense, and that you learned some stuff in this training. And I just look forward to watching the growth and the success of Rodan and Fields in Australia. And I'm just so very excited for you all, okay? So we launch in May, And we are so ready. Like, we are so ready to help you all and get you all off to a fast start. So happy Rodan and Fields in Australia. And again, I don't even know if I mentioned my name in the beginning, but I am Allie Gatlin, a Premier Level 5 leader in the state of Tennessee. So if I completely forgot that, I apologize, but yay for Australia. Thank you all for tuning in.